quick disclaimer, make sure you guys spay and neuter your cats, dogs, and yourselves if you're a horrible person. The last thing this world needs is more people like you, so do us all a favor. What's going on, Fireflies? It's me, NeonMUA, and I am here to present you with some greatness. So, there are a few things in this world that I'm bad at. Responding to phone calls, saving money, engaging in back and forth banter on social media. But the one thing that definitely is my weakness is my ability to date. So, in light of a recent incident, I figured I'd do a get ready with me story time situation about that, because I'm horrible at dating and maybe talking about it is going to help, so who knows. Before this video begins, if at any point you are enjoying yourself and enjoying me and the content that I'm creating, then go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up, like, and support. It means so much. Also, if you want to continue seeing my face on your YouTube feed, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I upload. And without further ado, we're going to get into a very telling get ready with me, because I'm trash. So let's go. So I've done my face a million times on camera, and there's nothing astonishingly new here. So I'm gonna do my face real quick, and I feel like my skin looks bad. Okay, so face is done, eyes are primed, brows are done, everything's pretty much done. I feel like my base looks like crap at the moment, but you know what? We're gonna go with it. The look I have in mind is like dark, but like it's like dark with a pop of color. It's whatever. We're just whatever. Mostly everything's gonna come out of the. Yeah, she's dirty, y'all. Everything is mostly gonna come out of the Soft and Sultry palette by Milani. So when it comes to dating, like I said, I'm trash. My longest relationship was only 3 months long. My last relationship was 5 years ago. I haven't been on a date in like 3 years. And yeah, I suck. Like, I suck at dating. Like, I'm single AF right now, and I just suck at dating. Before anyone is like, oh my gosh, Jerry, here's listen, I appreciate the compliments. However, in the realm of dating for NeonMUA, it is not good. Like, me trying to date it always ends in failure. A lot of it has to do with just the region I live in. Like, I live in the country, and so like everyone around here is like, if they're black, they're on the down low. If they're white, they're either racist, or they want super masculine men, or they fetishize black men. And I'm not here for any of those things. So my dating experiences have been lackluster. Needless to say, I got myself involved in a situation a few days ago, almost a week ago at this point. And it was interesting to say the least. Let me break down this situation to you that I found myself in a few days ago. Like I said, the last time I dated someone was like 3 years ago. And this situation involves that person. So me and said person were dating, if you will, for a little over 2 months before we called things off. And the situation with this guy, for lack of better terms, he was crazy. When me and this guy first met 3 years ago, he told me he wanted to marry me, and I was like, whoa. Like, within the first 24 hours he told me he wanted me to marry him, and I'm like, No. Somehow convinced him that we're not getting married, and he still want to stick around. And so we talked and dated for a little bit, and he was like very into me. And being that I haven't been with anyone, I found myself into him. So yeah, we were involved with each other for a good month before things started getting like weird again. And so at this time, this was whenever I was still heavy into my music, and I had released an album at the time, and I had released a few EPs at the time. I was like, hey, have you heard such and such? He was like, no. I was like, why don't we listen to it? He was like, no. Like, you never want to listen to my music. I was like, why? He's like, I just don't want to listen to it. It's not my type of thing. I was like, okay, but like, also, can you like at least support me when I'm doing this? He was like, no. And then for me, that was just a straw that brought the camel's back. It was like, so you want me to give you my undying love and affection, but yet you can't even support me in anything that I'm doing? No. So I called things off. Fast forward to Thanksgiving, and we come across each other on the very popular dating app, Jack. And you know what? I'm not even gonna lie about it. I pursued a conversation with him. I was like, you know what? Hi, just wanted to say hi. How you're doing? It's been quite some time since we've talked to each other. I don't want any hard feelings with you. I just wanted to speak. And I wish you nothing but the best. Me being stupid, honestly. And he was like, oh my gosh, hi. Every time when I saw your picture come up in my inbox, I got emotional and all this other stuff. And I was like, completely understand. And being the stupid person I was naive enough to say, hey, I know it's been years since we talked to each other, but what do you think of the idea of us rekindling something, or at least I was stupid, okay? I was pretty much just like, hey, what do you think of the idea of just talking to each other again, seeing where things go? Like, not even like on some, I want to be a relationship with you again, or I want to be your man. Nothing like that. I was just like, hey, let's just talk and see where things go again. And, you know, because being stupid and naive, I was like, I don't want any hard feelings towards us, which I don't, but like, there's no point in, you'll see. He was like, okay, cool, I'm down with that. So we proceed to, you know, just catch up. Like, again, I just have bad luck with guys. But I was not trying to like jump into a relationship with this man, because this is the same man who tried to propose to me within 24 hours. No. So let's catch up on what's been going on with each other. I was like, so you know, did I move back home? He's like, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you told me that. Cool. So you also need to know that I am working in makeup full time. I work as a beauty consultant for a company. I do freelance makeup work on the side, and I also am a influencer on YouTube. And homie just like loses it, I guess. He's just like, he doesn't lose it, he just gets real like stereotypical Southern gay. He's like, what do you mean do makeup? And I'm like, oh, here we go. And I'm like, yes, I wear makeup to do my videos. And then of course he asked that stupid question of, oh, so you're wearing makeup all the time, and if we go out and stuff, you're wearing makeup? I'm like, no. So whenever a guy comes to me like that, and he's like, oh, so you do makeup, like you're wearing makeup all the time, and this, that, and the third, I'm just like, no, that's not what I said. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I just wear it like whenever I'm working, like whether that be on YouTube or at work or freelancing, whatever, I wear it when I work. And he just makes this big deal out of it. And it's like, oh, well, I don't want my man to be wearing makeup whenever I come home. And I'm like, and I would want my man to be supportive of what I do. Like, I'm not out here selling drugs. And so it just gets weird. But he turns into that hyper masculine behavior, just like, I don't want to see my man in a relationship, and it blows me off. It throws me off because he doesn't come off like that in general. Like, and so it just came at me sideways. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I don't want someone who I would want to be with in the future to think that narrow-minded, so I'm good, enjoy. And he was like, okay, just let me see what your work is. And at that point, I should have just dipped and like, no. But I showed him my work, and he was like, oh, okay, this isn't bad. Like, this is like edgy. This isn't like super soft, and just being an ass about the situation. I'm like, regardless if I was doing like super soft makeup, or if I was doing some edgy or what have you, your point still stands. Like, you made it very clear that you don't want to be with somebody like that. So I'm gonna remove myself from the situation, and you don't have to deal with me. And he just got upset. He was like, no, I don't want you to feel that way, and all this other stuff. And I was like, no, I don't care. I don't. Like, it's some, like, I have a threshold, and whenever you cross that threshold, I'm just like, no, I don't care anymore, bro. You're good. Like, so yeah, that ended that. And so literally in less than 24 hours, I found myself in a situation where I reminded myself that I was like a dating. And it is what it is. Like, I'm used to this by now. Like, it sucks that I have to say that, but I'm really used to it. Like, I'm used to being rejected, if you will. Let me write this down for you. Yes, it is perfectly fine for you as a human to have a preference in what you like. If you personally don't like someone who's masculine, then so be it. If you don't want to be with someone who's feminine, then so be it. I am not here to tell you who you can't be involved with. Ooh, pretty. I'm not here to tell you who you can't be involved with when it comes to dating. However, it is very obvious that there is this disconnect between what is acceptable among gays. Like, there's this, it's a pretty concise idea that femininity is always frowned upon in the gay community, and I don't for the life of me understand it. Like, I can admit that I was one of those people coming up who was like, I'm not feminine, I consider myself masculine. Like, I went through that whole shebang, and at some point it just clicked with me. I was like, bro, do what you want, and don't worry about if you come off of masculine or feminine. Like, just live your life to whatever beat of whatever drum you want to live your life to. And the moment I started doing that, I became so much happier. And when I became happier in that, I realized that I wasn't going to tolerate like this idea of femininity being, you know, disgusting or frowned upon or what have you. Like, I will gladly support any homosexual man who is dealing with bullying when it comes to his masculinity in this community. Like, I don't tolerate that. I'm not going to tolerate it. Like, that whole, like, I just don't tolerate it. Like, we are all in the same spectrum at the end of the day. The heteros in this world look at us all the same way. So instead of you ganging up on somebody else because of what they decide to do, and if that makes them come off as masculine and feminine, why not just support them? I have found myself to be an ally of anyone who finds themselves dancing around the spectrum of masculinity and femininity. Whether you're completely masculine, whether you're completely feminine, whether you're somewhere in the middle, whether you just say screw gender is a construct, tear it apart, I'm going to support you. I may have lost focus here, but long story short, I'm not going to tolerate that kind of behavior when it comes to me dating. I'm not. If you don't fuck with me because I'm masculine, or if you don't fuck with me because I'm feminine, or whatever you see me as, so be it. I'm cool with that. Gay men, and then just the gay community in general, has been conditioned to this idea of masculinity versus femininity, and that we all have to be one end, or on one end of the spectrum or the other. And certain ideas or certain practices that we do automatically is a teller of how masculine or feminine we are. If a guy is wearing makeup, he's automatically feminine. If a girl does like manual labor, if you will, she's considered masculine. And it really sucks because you have people like me who are willing to, you know, bounce around this idea that gender is a construct and that we don't have to fit into a specific norm, especially a norm created by our heterosexual counterparts. Like, we don't have to fit into that space. And then I don't know, I'm really upset by it. Like, it's really unsettling that so many of us feel like we can't be who we want to be because of the people who we consider our allies. Like, so many of us feel like we can't live our life out loud and be completely who we want to be because of this idea that we aren't masculine enough or we aren't feminine enough or what have you. It sucks, man. And when it comes to dating, those hetero norms they are on full blast, and for some reason people can't understand that it's okay to bounce around on the spectrum. Like, there is nothing wrong with someone wanting to be feminine, and I don't get that. Like, and then it makes it so hard for dating. Like, it makes it for me, especially living where I live. That's why I feel like I suck at dating, because no matter how hard I try, I always find myself in the same situation. And I know it might just be a situation where I need to move. That is not necessarily an option at the moment, but you know. So my eyes is mostly done. It was a really simple thing. I just wanted to like get on camera and talk. I'm going to put on the rest of my face, and yeah, that'll be it. And so I'll be right back. All right, you guys, this is the completed look. It's very, I don't know. It's not too dramatic, just a little something. I don't know. Sorry if this video was short and boring. I don't know. I just needed to get like a story off of my chest, and maybe you liked it. If not, then. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I know you guys are like begging and pleading for the reveal of Neon Dreams, and I promise you it is coming very, very soon. Like, it's literally going to sneak up on you guys. Like, just be ready. Just be ready at all times, okay? Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around and listening to me ramble and the nonsense that I deal with on a daily basis. That's awesome. If you like this video and you enjoyed yourself and you know, liked all the shenanigans, then go ahead and give it a huge thumbs up, like, and support, because it means so much. I truly appreciate it. And if you like seeing me on your YouTube feed, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I upload. And upload whenever. So just subscribe and make sure you hit the bell so that you don't miss out. Make sure you guys follow me on all my social media accounts. That is NeonMUA on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I know that you know, my tweets can get a little hectic at times, but I promise you I have great intent. And so if you like that, then follow me. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys once again for sticking around to the end of this video. Thank you so much for staying and subscribing and all that stuff. And I truly appreciate it. And until next time.